If my name is Tandeka Klaba. My mother's name is Tabile Klaba. My mother died in South Africa, and my dad is Nigerian, which my dad forcefully brought me back to Nigeria after my mom was buried in South Africa.
Hi, my kings and queens. Welcome back to another episode right here on the Stable of Life of an African Woman. Now, in case you don't know, let me remind us that in Africa, or as Africans, there are certain things that will definitely connect us, regardless of our loopholes, our shortcomings, our challenges, and our differences, be it cultural, societal, governmental, political, personal, as the case may be. That is one thing, if you know, I have always stated here in almost all my videos. But it seems as though most people get it misunderstood, most people get it twisted. I have never ever said that there is no possibility of African countries relating as one, based on the grounds that yes, we have cordial relationship and understanding, mutual love and respect. Then best believe that there is every possibility for us as Africans to relate as one in the continent of Africa, especially between South Africa and Nigeria, and Nigerians as well with Ghana and so many other African countries. Now, listen, because I want to take my time first and break down some certain things which I think for my newbies, most people who are new here do not understand, and they are really lost and misunderstood. Now, let me put it straight here. The major issue that centers around the rivalry or conflict, misunderstanding, challenges, crisis, name it whatsoever, always tend to lie within the fact that it is mostly my Nigerians who find themselves in all these countries or other people's country in Africa, not abiding to laws, rules, and regulation, doing things that at the end of the day, the indigenous citizens of the country get upset and begin to react. Most times they react online, most times they react offline, which, mind you, I have never been in support of what? Taking laws into one's hands. I have never done that. I've always stated that the law should take its course. The government, the law enforcement agents should always do their job. But at the end of the day, the point and the question there is, for how long will all this, yes, when it comes to Nigeria with other countries, misunderstanding, conflict, and rivalry end? And meanwhile, mind you, underneath does not mean that there are no Nigerians intermingling with South Africans, intermingling with Ghanaians. Most times when you see the way it goes or it sounds on the media, you will think that, oh, there's never a situation or experience of Nigerians relating as one. Maybe, yes, which brings me back to the beginning. The causes and reasons why most times we must relate, which I said, it has to do with entertainment, it has to do with marriage, it has to do with what? Soccer, it has to do with so many things, education, schooling together, acting together in the movie industry, music, name it. One thing or the other must surely bring us together and has always brought us together, despite the fact that majority, so many a time, the most problems we have is as a result of what? Failure to respect each other's boundary, respect each other's law and principle, and respect oneself as an individual, right? Now, having cleared this, ladies and gentlemen, most times when I bring out the videos I react to here, it is for one common goal, solely to educate and enlighten us on the things we don't know that we need to know. And it is up to you to either agree or disagree constructively and respectfully, not to make it seem as though it's an avenue to strike conflict, because I see it as a mediocre mind not to digest things rationally, knowing fully well that there are positives and negatives, there are ups and downs in every situation or every storyline, right? Now, having cleared this, because of a truth, I'm one creative that will not just bring a video, most times post it and allow you to put one or two together to understand the video. I take my time to explain some part or most part of the videos I put up here. So I needed to clear this out so that we will understand and be on the same page. So this page is literally to address the issues, the situations, the scenarios, the conflict, the rivalries that has emanated as a result of failed issues not being able to be handled by individual citizens, government, as the case may be. And you see, at the end of the day, it is left for the general public, the social media users, to begin to give their input and opinion. And best believe I will always give my input and opinion non-biased, non-sentimental. And that is what I and my brother Chimdi have always come up with. So it is not to say that you are entitled to take everything we say or take it personal, right? Okay. Now, for those who understand and those who love the space, I truly appreciate you and thank you for being there from the beginning, from the onset of Chidinma's case, which is one of a storyline we are going to share here relating to the video I found, and I deemed it fit to bring it to our exposition, our knowledge and understanding. Sorry if I've taken your time in talking much, but before we continue, I would like you to hit on the like button, share and subscribe. Now, I found a video of a South African Nigerian born, like a mixed race, from South Africa as the mother and Nigeria as the father, of a young lady stranded in Nigeria as we speak, who was eloped by the father, according to her storyline, to Nigeria, and she has been through crucibles. It's been one experience or the other. And now this brings me back to telling you people that in case you are a Nigerian, a South African, and you personally have the decision and of getting entangled in relationship, marriage, whatsoever with a South African or a Nigerian, best believe that you are 100% responsible for anything that comes out or that happens out of it. But failure for you to handle it now brings it back to social media, where people like us are now forced to begin to give our input, raise our voice for support and what exposition. Now you see. Now this is a clear case of a young lady, like I said, whom actually, as we speak, needs the help of her brothers and sisters from South Africa, haven't been stranded. I will throw more light after this video. Let's hear from her.
My name is Tandeka Kaba. My mother's name is Kaba. My mother died in South Africa, and my dad is Nigerian, which my dad forcefully brought me back to Nigeria after my mom was buried in South Africa. She's Zulu. I was brought back without my mother's family knowing that I was going to come back. I've not seen my mother's family over how many years now? It's been over 15 to 16 years I've not gone home or traveled back home. Since I came back to Nigeria, my father abandoned me, left me with his wife here in Nigeria to be alone, and then went back to South Africa, and then he came back. I have been going through so much because my mom is not here. I don't have family. My dad's family back here has neglected me, left me. I started hustling and being on the streets at the age of 15 because my father was not there for me, which because he was already married to another woman that is a Nigerian woman. I just want to be able to go back home and see my family. It's been over 15 years to 16 years now I've seen them or I've heard from them. I'm just begging South Africa to help me. Let me be able to contact them. My father has hidden all their contacts from me. He has, even my mother's death till today, I don't even know what killed her. Even how she died, I still don't have any idea of that. And I'm still asking questions, and I just want to know more about myself back home and what happened to my mother. Life in Nigeria has been horrible because he brought me back here, left me with another person to take care of me, and I won't lie, it's been a disaster. It's been terrifying. I've been through sexual, physical abuse as a child because of no lack of parental care. No one there to guide me or protect me or be there for me. I've been treated as an outcast because my mother is not Nigerian. I've been pushed aside and left alone. As I'm talking to you now, I live in a different city. My dad doesn't talk to me, he doesn't call me. Nobody that is my family in Nigeria calls or checks up on me. I just want to go home. I want to find my family. I want to meet my family again. I don't want to die like my sisters are dying back here. I don't want to end up like a lot of my South African sisters that get neglected. I don't want to end up dead at the end of the day without knowing my roots, my family, my home, my mother's family. I've tried, I've made inquiries, I've done everything, but to no avail. That is why I'm making this video, to ask for help, because I'm at the point where I'm breaking and I need help, and I can't do it on my own. And I can't find family because I don't know where I'll start.
Now you heard it. But where I really didn't, get it right with her is you are stranded in Nigeria and you are coming out publicly to say you are stranded. Why not even at the end of the day? Why not open up your location? Why not, tell us specifically where you are, the family you are in Nigeria with. At least this is an adult that, from what you can see, she speaks and she can articulate, right, with her right sense of reasoning. She's been through emotional, sexual abuse and the rest of them. But at the end of the day, why not give us specific address or personal details on how to reach out to you? Because I stumbled on this video on someone else's page and I don't even have the details of how we can reach out to her. Using my platform and raising my voice is one thing I've always loved to do, to speak out for people, to stand up for people, which, if you can remember vividly from the beginning of this channel, that is in the same limelight that I came to speak out for and stand out for the truth when it had to do with Chidinmaadeshina's identity fraud issue, right? That was trending. I felt the need to come out and give my input and opinion, and that's literally what I did that has brought me this far. And I can't stop halfway from using my voice when it has to do with issues of different sorts that borders us as citizens of different countries, right? Now, I'm not speaking from a place of pain, but I'm speaking from a place of concern, and a deepest place of concern for that matter, because this is our own. This is an African child, a born Nigerian father from a South African mother. You've heard her roots, and she is dying like to go back to her roots. Now, where do we even start from? In case you know anywhere we can really find this girl's handle, please leave it in the link below so that we can share and reach out to the South African government, the authorities involved, for them to reach out to her and fetch her back to her country, South Africa, since that is practically what she wants, right? And the way and manner she's going to be funded will definitely come up and be handled by the required authorities. If it gets to the point where she needs our support, best believe I'm in Nigeria. If I had a link or access to her, I would have even reached out to her as a Nigerian, then help out from there, right? Because I see such situations like this as a pain in the neck, something that you can neither swallow nor vomit, right? But at the end of the day, we all need to understand the common goal that when it has to do with relationship, now taking us back from to the beginning, that have to do with marriage or whatsoever, call it cohabiting with a man or a woman, married to a man or a woman from different countries, particularly in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, I must definitely not keep quiet, because it's something that affects me and affects each and every one of us who are true and concerned citizens of our various countries, right? Now, I don't know whom you are watching this video. You see the point I always stress. I am my brother Chimdi. Be careful whom you get into relationship with. I am not here to say don't get into a relationship with a Nigerian. After all, I'm a Nigerian, and there are good Nigerian men and women that are very few, like very few, compared to the ratio of the bad ones, the bad eggs. That's why I tell you people, be careful. And you still see most South Africans, or some South Africans, come to the comment section to act or behave as though maybe what I'm saying does not have any meaning. Anyways, it's not by force but by choice. Be careful, because this kind of situation is always where it ends up. Sometimes you see the other party gets unalive. Look at this young lady saying she doesn't even know how her mother died. Her mother was unalive. She wants to know, she wants to find out, because there is more to it. For her father to disconnect her from her maternal home, her roots, shows that there is more to it. I don't want to add up anything that I'm not sure of, but there is more to it. If you dig deep, best believe that you know that there's more to it. That is if the story is true, right? But at the end of the day, I would love us to get to the end and the bottom of this video by, doing our findings to get more from this young lady so that we can know how to follow suit. Exactly. That is it, and that is that for today. In as much as so many things will bring us together, like football, marriage, soccer, movie, music, entertainment, name it, I will always time to time bring out things that are definitely going to help us put our heads and wrap our heads together as one. But for the meantime, be careful out there whom you entangle with. So many lives have been lost, both men and women, from South Africa, from Nigeria. Nigerians have been, unalived. South Africans have been unalived. You see that most South Africans, like this lady said, are stranded and going through crucibles there. Who knows? Who knows what they are going through? And some of them are not privileged to come out, publicly to express their deepest pain and experiences that they go through. But for this one, we have seen it and we've heard. Now, like I said, let's talk more in the comment section. If you have more details, information, leave it in the comment section. Link me up, or I will definitely try my best to see how I can connect with this young lady. As long as she's in Nigeria, I can always get across to people in her state where she is, right? And I won't speak much for now. Let's leave it at that, and I will communicate with you in the comment section. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's have this conversation rolling. Thank you once again for your constant love and support. I do not take it for granted. Keeping it real, happy, safe, and blessed. And do have a lovely, blessed, a successful, and a peaceful day out there. Ciao, ciao.